The air smelled as sweet as sugar as the ice cream man made the turn down to Maple Drive. He began to slow down as he flipped a switch on his dashboard and the music began to play, filling the air with sweet noise, luring children to the place where the music was coming from. All the children begged their parents for a couple dollars and asked for the change that rested warmly at the bottom of their parents' pockets. The children sprung from their homes, holding newfound money high above their heads so that the ice cream man could see that they were able to purchase some frozen treats. Just like the Pied Piper, the children were drawn to him, all in an almost hypnotic state. The children were pushing and shoving, each one desperately trying to be the first ones to stuff their faces with sweets. Harold, the ice cream man, grinned when he saw the juveniles through the small window in his truck, every single one of them chanting out the names of the treats that they so wished to purchase, creating a loud, continuous, unintelligible mess of noise. Harold let go of the steering wheel to tend to the needs of the young and the demanding customers. The tune of Mary Had a Little Lamb stuck to the air with the help of the speakers atop his vehicle, forcing the tune into the eyes of the children. "What's your name, little girl?" Harold said to the child, waiting rather impatiently for her ice cream while pushing and shoving the children behind her. "Miranda," she replied with a big smile, exposing the fact that she was missing her 2 front teeth. She couldn't have been more than 7, or perhaps 8 from the looks of her dainty little body. Miranda asked for some vanilla, which Harold provided, asking only $1 in payment. Before she could walk away, Harold called to her. "You forgot something," he said, and she came walking back. One child, a little boy by the name of Zach, was next in line. "Why are you giving out free candy today?" he asked. Harold chuckled. So far, he was the only one to ask. A little surprising, actually. Harold had always assumed children were curious creatures. Little Zachary was always a little nosy, though, always sticking his fat head into business he had nothing to do with. And Harold knew just how to answer. "Well, because today is my last day, and I wanted to see you all happy before I had to leave," Harold said with a smile. Some of the children said aw in sympathy, while the others didn't really care. Harold looked at the sudden look of disappointment on Zach's face and slipped him another piece of candy, free of charge. Zach smiled, opening one of the pieces and popped it into his mouth. From the look of his face, Harold could tell the candy tasted good. The look of disappointment left. Harold had finished selling the last of his merchandise and has given out most of the candy. Sadly, he still had some left. They served no use to him. He began to drive off. In his rear view mirror, he could see the children begin to choke, their faces changing unearthly shades of pink and blue. They began clawing at their throats, ripping the flesh, trying desperately to save themselves. All to no avail, of course. The poison had already been ingested into them. Their eyes began to roll up into their head, and then they dropped like a sack of hammers, lifeless and limp. The kids who hadn't yet eaten their candy began to run away, yelling and screaming for parents, tearing up and searching for help, which of course they would receive from nearby adults. Harold smiled as he drove up the local hill. He stopped at the top. He turned on the music and took a deep whiff of the surrounding air. The air smelled as sweet as sulfur.